up? Your boy KSI. Hopefully all of you are good.
Boxing club. So this club has been here for a long time. Hey, I need people like FaZe, I need people like Leo, I need people like Giv. All these people need to come in to help. Well done.
Hey, fucking focus! Hey, focus! For the body. Listen, when you swing, whoop, bang, swing.
Man, drop this belt right now. Any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Go dummy, go beast, oh no.
You want to fight me right now?
Go deep,
You gotta get
deep,
gym.
pressure, put heat, oh no. Put that 0 degrees, oh no. Go dummy, go beast, oh no. Go deep, OG, oh no.
World champion, the Nightmare, KSI.
Put that 0 degrees, oh no. Countdown, levitate, going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate, on time, never late. I grind, celebrate, no pump, fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day, champagne Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now stepping up to home. Like straight out the sandlot, now.
Alright, so we're doing a try not to laugh, obviously. We gotta have a bit of boxing element in it. So, yeah.
We boxing with my friend and also nemesis at times, KSI. So he's looking focused.
So it's some madness. It's hot sauce, isn't it?
No. Just bite into it, bro. Come on, man.
Viddal just helped me with boxing technique and boxing IQ and just, just making me just a complete boxer and making sure when I come into this next fight, I'm just levels above anything anyone ever thought.
That's cool. No one's heard of you for the last 5 years, but it's okay. It's okay.
Remember that, if I break your jaw, you can't do nothing about it.
And that's what's gonna win in the fight. People wanna talk about the jab and reach and oh, he's got pecs and he's got a 6-pack. It doesn't matter. What matters is up here. This has been trained to kill, and now his body will perform it.
56-55. To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom, the Nightmare.
Okay, welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube, and we're sitting here as champs. Yeah. Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube, and the video would drag way too long if I didn't have the montage, so I thought that would tell most of the story and just bring us up to date with a little bit of input from myself. As you all know, I put out a tweet last week about me retiring from coaching, which is a fact. It's a done deal, and I'm 100% certain that I've made the right decision. For a long time, I considered coming back and coaching the guys because, like I said in the tweet, I just couldn't picture them going to war, preparing for a war, and doing it without me. And as much as I know I have my own career to focus on, these guys are more than just fighters that I coach. These are people that I've grown with as people, and I've grown as a person so much from being around them, and vice versa. I'm sure they would agree. So making this decision isn't just a detachment from holding the pads. It isn't just a detachment from saying one more round, do you want some water? This is a big deal because the boxing is what brought us together. boxing is what brought us together to create that bond that is stronger than the sport. And now the sport is removed. Obviously, everyone's still going to be boys, everyone's still going to get on well, but you know, life moves in different directions, and I'm going to have my career there, and Gabe was going to be doing what he's doing, and JJ's going to be doing what he's doing. So everyone is not as likely to cross paths the same as we did when we know we had scheduled training so frequently. So it's definitely it's like a weird feeling really to just know that I'm not going to be coaching anymore, because I coached consistently since August 2017 all the way up until January of this year. I was still doing sessions with the guys. So to feel like that's going to be just an empty space now, it will be filled. As you know, I like to do a lot of things and talking about a lot of things. Subscribe to Rolling Cheeky right now and subscribe to Real and Wills, my other channels. They're going to be putting more time into those things now that coaching isn't on the horizon anymore. But back to the point, it's a time where I feel I need to focus on myself. I got a serious professional career. I have many people who will come for me and after what I've managed to develop through the following side of things, and why does this guy get so much hype, and why is his name being mentioned when I've done this and I've won more than him, and etc, etc, etc. And it's time for me to be like, yeah, well, come and enter the realm and see why I get the hype. And to do that, I need 100% focus and dedication on my craft. And I've been doing this thing for a long time, and I know how the sport works, and people are always trying to get one up on you, and people are always trying to nip their way ahead, and can't happen. And I need to minimize the opportunity of that happening by being 100% on my game. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But just to talk back on the journey with JJ, going from being in the gym, practicing in the cage, then taking him to the boxing gym for the first time, hopping in the ring, you know, press conferences and the back and forth trash talk between him and Joe, and then him ultimately winning, Copper Box going crazy, moving on, Men Arena now, and just pay-per-view and everything, man. It is just mad. It is mad how much has happened, and even sometimes I go through my camera roll and I forget some of the things that have happened during my time coaching. But I'm extremely thankful for every moment, where even the tough moments, you know, because those are the ones at the end of the day that you remember, and you remember how to not be in that position again and how to move differently going forward. But every single moment I am grateful for, even when it comes to coaching guys that didn't fight, like Ethan, for example, and obviously Deji went on to fight, and I didn't coach him entirely for his fight, but even just getting him introduced to the sport, seeing these guys from having minimal to no interest in boxing to then it becoming a part of their life and something that they talk about for years to come. And I feel like I should give myself a pat on the back, and I should give myself those props for making this sport a big part of these YouTubers' lives. And it would never have been that way. You know, it was the Sidemen charity games that was dominating when I first started hanging around with the guys, and that quickly changed into boxing events being huge worldwide, people watching, people critiquing, you know, coaching multiple guys on one night, you know, going to the changing room. I got JMX walking out, then I got Gib, then I got JJ, all on one night. These are things that I was doing, and I'd done on 2 occasions, you know, for 2 big shows. And I really did push myself. I didn't half-heart it with these guys. I didn't do anything where I tried my best. As a coach, I tried my best to deliver and give the fighters what they need. And as a friend and as a coach, to make sure they were mentally in the right place. And majority of the time, they did come out on top. And I'm very proud of what I've achieved in the coaching realm for someone that's never set out to do boxing coaching in my life. Even going to the camps that we was holding at my amateur gym, West Ham, 30, 35 kids, 40 kids rolling down to the gym because they all wanted to learn how to box because of JJ's triumph against Joe Weller and Logan. You know, it's just like I had the ability to then influence and inspire all of these young people that boxing is the thing to do. And it's a great feeling, and I feel like a lot of responsibility was put in my hands to deliver, because everyone knew how much I was the face of the progress of these guys. And you know what, they put in the work too, and they delivered, and they tried their best every single time. And things happen, it's life, but they tried their best and they put in what they could, you know. So really happy about that. Let me emphasize this point right now. There is no beef. Everyone likes beef because beef is easy to sell, but there's no beef here. Yeah, all that's happened is JJ, he acknowledged and recognized I got a lot going on, and I got a lot more going on than back in 2017, 2018 or 2019, whatever previous years of coaching him. I have a lot more going on now, and it's really hard to put the time aside to train someone and dedicate yourself to someone in its entirety. As I would say, it takes about 4 to 5 months, you know, to get the guys ready because they're inexperienced. So we have to extend the camps, of course, to make sure their skills are on point. So I'm taking 5 months out of my career each time one of these guys are going to fight if I want to do the job properly. And I can't afford to do that anymore. Combined with music, combined with my second channels, combined with, you know, brand deals and all these things that JJ, the exposure from JJ has allowed me to achieve. And for that, I'm thankful for. And I never doubted I would be in the position that I am in right now. But it came a lot sooner from that exposure from JJ. I'm never one to say, oh, if it wasn't for you, you know, I wouldn't be here right now. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here as soon as I was. But I always believed I was destined to go in a great direction and achieve and be a successful boxer. And my personality has always been my personality. So if people are going to attract to it, they're going to attract to it. He could have exposed me as his trainer. All of you could have thought I was a dickhead, and it would have been left as that. But I really appreciate him pushing me out there and allowing me to be myself to such a wider audience that I could develop what I have now. And he realizes that that is building, and that is taking up a lot of my time. He, as we know, is ultra busy. He's got a record label here, he's got sidemen here, he's got his channel there, he's got loads of things going on, and he realizes as well that he's going to need someone who can move to his tune, and I can't move to his tune. So that leads me to why you guys have clicked onto the video. I want to make it clear that JJ is his own man and he made his own decision. I didn't influence his new trainer. I didn't have a say in who his new trainer would be. He's been in the sport long enough to understand who could work with him and who can't work with him and who can get through to him and who can't. And as a man, I've always said to him, boxing is a selfish sport and make sure you put yourself first. I've always said that to him because once people are not on your side, they are not on your side. And with that advice and with what he could see in this new trainer, he made the decision to move on and work with him. His new trainer has trained multiple champions, is more experienced than me as a coach. So I am excited to see what he brings to JJ's game. And obviously, we all want to see that fight against Jake Paul. And it is going to be very weird watching him walk to the ring with another coach going into the biggest fight of the YouTube thing. But I'm also going to have confidence, and I'm also going to be there. Of course, if I can, I'll be there watching and supporting and cheering him on like I have done when I'm in his corner. He's immediately in his corner. So the new coach, all respect to him. There's this one. I mean, I have to emphasize this. There is no beef. You just have to understand that in the sport of boxing, when you feel it's your time to make a decision to improve and grow and further yourself, you have to make that decision. And you can't have two head coaches. And you can't have people who can't put their whole time into making you a better fighter. So I'm glad that he found someone who can put the full time into him, who can help him progress, and who hopefully we can see him with some greater victories and in better fashion than what I could do in the corner as a coach. But no, it's been an amazing opportunity. You know, I can't even go on and waffle for too long because it is what it is. But yeah, even coaching True Geordie as well, and just someone that's not going into the ring but just sharing that experience and sharing that knowledge with these guys, it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm very, very grateful, and I'm thankful to the community, to everyone that's watching right now, to everyone that's subscribed, to everyone that decided that JJ shown us someone who we can follow now and we can be influenced by, and that is priceless. That is priceless. To inspire others is priceless, and I've been put in a position to do that, and I will continue to do that. I don't have to be a boxing coach to do that. I can do that through my own career and through my other ventures and just being myself in life like I always have done. And I hope that a lot of you will witness the journey and continue to follow me on my journey to see where I end up, because this is a big chunk of the story. This is a big chunk of the Viddal Riley story, the whole YouTuber thing and the KSI thing and the Gib thing. It's a big chunk of my story, but I'm only 23 years old and it's far from the end. It's far from the end. So to see how it matures, even though that was the beginning, is going to be the more interesting part, I believe, because it will be a bit of a contrast. So I'm excited. My next video will be an update on my injury. I am doing a lot better. I feel a lot better. Harvey, my physio, he's been putting in the work. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well, Harvey MSC. Make sure you subscribe there. But he's been putting in work, a lot of work, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a lot better. I was hitting the pads the other day with my dad. I'm feeling powerful. I'm moving quick. I'm looking how I'm supposed to look. I'm looking how Viddal Riley's supposed to look. And I'm excited about that. We just need to make sure we don't overdo it. Make sure there's no regression. And we'll be excellent. And we'll be back in the ring, hopefully, by the middle of the year. You know, June times. I'd love to be back in the ring. But I'll give a more in-depth update on the injury in my next video. Hopefully call Harvey in as well so he can explain it a bit more and break it down a bit more scientifically for you all. But it's the realest. It will forever be the realest, coach or not. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you go to your subscription feed and check for the channel. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a channel revamp. I really spoke to my guy, get me a little banner and stuff like that. Just change up the page a little bit. And we're entering a new chapter. We're entering a new chapter. It was a beautiful chapter to be a part of as a coach. And now it's that time. It's that time where things move forward, and we're going to create another great chapter, and then we're going to let that go and we're going to move on to something else, because that's just the progression of life. But I appreciate you all. You know what I do at the end of videos, and if you don't know, boom!
Yourself, or you're doing alright? Where's 19? Hasn't been open. Where's 20? Hasn't been open. Where's 21? Hasn't been open. Don't touch it, fam.
Put it back in.
What do you put it back in?
Let me put it back.
No! Put it back! No, it's open.
JJ, let me put it back.